Kia ora, welcome to my happy place. If you like today's video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment so I know that you've been, don't be shy, and please enjoy. I've come on to do a tag, and I'm going to do this for Nina Ribina's art journal prompts and more. I haven't done anything for her in her group for quite some time, and this is for May's mood board. Now, I've never done a mood board type thing before, so it took me a little while to get my head around this, but I've cut out a tag, and I have got this wallpaper, which is anaglypto. Well, that's what we call it here. It's a textured wallpaper that you put on your walls and then you paint them. And I'm going to stick this on my tag for a start. So I'll do that before we do anything else, and that's modelling paste. We don't want that. Right, I found it. That was a great start. Never mind. I've got a little spatula here, and we'll just put some of this heavy glue on, I think. I've not used any of it. I've got a whole book of this wallpaper samples, and they're about an A2 size, maybe a bit bigger, and it's absolutely fabulous. So I thought I must start using it. I'm going to put this on here for a start, and I have no idea if this is going to work out or not. I'll just dry this off and trim it out, and then I'll be back. Right, we're back and it's dry, and now I am going to paint it black. I have a little bit of an idea, and this has given it a very lovely texture. I really like that. I should paint up nicely. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. I like that. We had a very cold day here today. It wasn't too bad when we walked. I wasn't cold. My hands were freezing, even though I wore gloves, but it was a relatively nice walk at 7 o'clock, but it turned very cold for the rest of the day. And I was going to come on this afternoon and do this video, but I was roped into cupcake duties this afternoon at the shop, so that took care of my afternoon. But right, try and pick it up. You can still see all the lovely texture in it. That's really cool. So I'll dry this off and then I'll be back. Right, I'm back and it's nice and dry, and now I'm going to put PVA glue on it because I want to get the the peeled paint look. Now, I have not done this for a long time, so hopefully it is going to turn out. So you put your glue on. I hope that's enough. Put it a bit thicker in some places. Right, pop that out of the road, put the lid on it so I don't knock it over. And now you put your top coat on. And my top coat is dark turquoise. And I need another brush. And then with this, you paint over the top. And I hope I'm remembering this right because I haven't done it for such a long time. I'm not sure. I'm just going to squirt a bit on. Maybe a little bit more. Right, now you're supposed to let it dry, but I've always just used my heat gun on it, so I'm going to have a go at that. Well, that did not work, so I've just been dragging my foam brush through it just to age it a little bit. And with the texture of the wallpaper and that, it's not too bad, but I don't know how it's going to dry off. So I'll just give it a little more in places, but I actually quite like that. I think that's not bad. So I'll just dry it off and then I'll be back. And this is what it's looking like, and I actually really like it. I think it's all come up really awesome. Don't know how long it's going to peel for, if it'll firm, but I will put a sealant over the top of it. Right, now I've got a little cutout here that I've made to look like a lock, but it's not thick enough, so I'm going to cut it out of this I don't know what to call it, craft board or something like that. I'm not quite sure, so hopefully it'll fit on here if I put it level on the back. That'll be good. And I think I'll go round it with a pen. Might be the easiest thing to do. So yes, I was Cupcake Lady today, and I'm going to be Cupcake Lady tomorrow, opening the shop because it's Bethany's appointment at Waikato Hospital. So they have to be there really early. So now to cut this. I do have a smaller one of these, but it's not as good. I hope I'm in shot. Just take it in little bits. So I've never cut this board before. So that seems to be okay. We'll just trim it with our scissors. So I don't really want to cut my hand. Right, get all that out of the road. Now, just take that blade right down to just a little bit, I think. So now that is not exactly straight. So straighten it up. It doesn't look very straight either, but never mind. Let's give it a bit of a harder push. And across the bottom. Should be. Right, now am I going to be able to tidy that up is the thing. It's looking a little bit rough. Right. These nail brush things are very good for getting the rough edges off things. Right, I'm going to see if I can just tidy that up with the scissors. Does not quite look the right shape to me, but it's my interpretation of a lock. What counts? Right, now I think we have to just give this a little push in. I just want to give it a little break off, but not actually take it all the way off. So not exactly in the middle, but it's okay. Not sure if this is going to work out, but I'll put some paint on it. I think it'll be okay. I think it will be okay. Or maybe I might just glue that on the top of it actually. It is pretty thick that, and I wonder if I can just squash it down a little bit. I was most probably out of shot there, sorry. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue that on the top. Right. And I think we will use this clear glue because it really grips quite fast. Let's get this in here. Oops. I stuck to my fingers. Get it in. Give it a good push down. And don't want it drying on there, so I'll be back when it's dry. Right, I'm back, and I think that I'm going to turn my page over, use the back side of this one, and get some black paint and start colouring my lock. I went and washed my hands and got myself a wet cloth to wipe my gluey hands on. Every time I do a video, I say I'm going to do that, and then I don't. I'll get this all black first, and then we'll see if we can age it up. That's cool. Right, I'll just give that a bit of a dry. Right, we're back, and our lock is dry. Now I've got to age it up, and first of all we're going to put silver on it. So it's a day off tomorrow from walking, and we've only just started back, so we've only been doing a 6k walk instead of an 8k walk, just to get back into it without blowing our foo-foo valves. Right. Right, that's looking cool. Now we want another brush, and we want just to mushy it up a little bit. A little bit of white with our black. Oops. Oh, I quite like the look of that. Scrunch it up about the edges a little bit. Oh, I'm quite liking that. Right, now, what am I going to do now? Dry that off. I want a little bit in here that just maybe looks like a bit of a keyhole with the wildest stretch of imagination. Right, stop playing with it. Right, now I want something to make a hasp out of, and I might be able to do it with this. I've not done this sort of thing before, so this is all experimental. Right, now it doesn't want to be very high, about that I think. Yep, that'll be okay. And now we just want to take the middle out of it, if we can. Don't know if this is going to work, but we can only but try. We can only but try. And what we need is for that to go like that. So let's just take a little bit more off, because we don't want it to be standing too high. Right, we will paint this up. Oops, it's going everywhere. Need a bit more paint, I think. Oops, too much. Story of my life. Right. Right. I'll just give it a dry off and I'll be back. Right, I'm back and I got carried away colouring my little hasp. I've done that. Now my tag, I want to do a few more things, little things too. First of all, we'll put a hole in it. And we'll just put a hole in it. And I'll just eyeball it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Right. Now, now my straight eye is not that good, so I'm going to use my steel brush here to just hopefully put what looks like a division in the wall. Yeah, not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. And we're going to now sort of give it a little bit of a grunge and not my, painting is not really my thing, like this type of stuff, but I think that looks all right. I'm happy with that. Now I've got to glue that like that, which is going to be difficult. I don't think it's quite straight, so I'm going to give it a little snip off, and then I'm going to put that there, and maybe see if I can put a little bit of this on it. Not, I don't not quite know what I'm going to do, but we'll try this first. And we'll just hold that there for a moment. It's pretty good glue. It's very cheap craft glue, but a very good one. Well, I find it very good. Right. Okay. Now, not quite sure if that is going to completely hold, and I don't think it is, so I think I'm going to put a little bit of glue right across there. Put that back down where it was, and hopefully it'll glue on. Right, I might have to wait for that to dry, and I'll be back. Right, I'm back, and it seems to have dried up a bit. It's looking a little bit shiny in places, so I'm just going to put a bit of paint around just to get rid of the shininess. And don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try and put a number on it. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, if it'll lift up the paint. Oh, cool. Right, get that one there. Not too bad. I'm quite happy with that, but I think we want a black edge around it, just to give it that finished tag look. The back of it is terrible again. Now I'll have to tidy up the back. Never mind. Let's give this a bit of a black edge around it. Yeah, just like that. Oops. And I've got a bit of trim that we'll poke through. Found my little pokey tool. Right, get out of there. Oops, dropped a bit. And pull it through and get it all the way down there. Now that didn't work. All fingers tonight. Pull it out and start again. Right, how much have I got? Right. I'll trim that up now so it won't be so confusing now. Yeah, I think that's enough. Just 2 lots. Poke it through. And grab all of it and slip it down, right down. There we go. Just trim our tails off a little bit, not them too long. And just take you out a bit. That is my piece for the mood board. Nothing very complicated, but it's taken me a while to do it. I'm quite happy with it. I think it looks quite cool. So thank you for being with me, and I'll catch us all again soon.
Thank you for being with me. Kia kaha, stay strong, and I'll catch you again soon.